I want to touch on this weekend's card real quick, moving from grappler to grappler.
Right.
Corey Sandhagen, Umar Nurmagomedov this weekend in Abu Dhabi. And this is going to be like a really, really fun fight, I think. So I want to touch on that one. And then also Chito Vera and Deiveson Figueiredo on the card. I think those are the two fights that are kind of most interesting. Sure. Let's start with Chito and Deiveson Figueiredo, and I want to go to both of you. But Kai, just like overall thoughts. You don't have to make a pick or anything if you don't want to. If you want to, you can. But kind of break down that matchup, how you see it going.
Yeah, I like Chito. I mean, he's a friend who I've traveled to California a lot, trained with him at Ruka a few times. But Deiveson, there's like kind of not questions, but like, I mean, he's still new to the weight class, but has done really well, so far and had success. Doesn't look too small or whatever. Mm-hmm. Obviously, power is going to carry. So, yeah, it's going to be – it's still kind of – we haven't seen Deiveson at 135 for much. But two guys that love to fight, they're going to bring it. Chito loves pressure. Deiveson showed that he can move, too, in his past. Who did he fight his last fight?
Cody.
Yeah, Cody.
Come on, how do you know this?
Mega casual Kai.
I didn't even remember how much fights he had. It's only one fight at 35.
Two, I think.
Font was the other one. Yeah.
Font, yeah.
So I mean, he can beat guys that can
top-level
move.
guys, champion, contenders.
Yeah. So
it's interesting, right? Because like you like, I haven't seen enough out of Deiveson.
Yeah. But
then he's
that's
beaten
that's
some.
enough. Yeah.
That's enough, right? He's a good guy, bro.
Font's a big bantamweight too.
Yeah.
Right. Cody kind of is. He's done 25 before.
Right.
Maybe not the biggest, but quick. So he's fought a big guy. He's
fought
a quick guy.
Speed,
yeah. So.
Yeah, bro. And
real quick, Davison's the favorite, -160. Chito on the other side, +135.
I'm going Chito, bro.
Yeah.
I'm betting Chito if I'm betting this. Yeah, from a betting man, right?
Yeah.
Which we're not.
What do you? How do you break this thing down? Like,
so, Chito is not gonna wow you. Chito wins moments.
Yes.
He wins the moments in the fight. Go back and watch Rob Font. Rob Font was winning these rounds.
like 80% of the time, the fight.
And then what does Chito do?
Steals it.
Sits you down, hits you with a hard punch. And Chito can take some damage.
Yeah.
This dude is tough.
You got to stay locked in if you fight Chito.
You got to stay locked in. But there's something about Chito and his style that I think it's almost got like this, I know he's not Mexican, but he's got this Mexican style where he will absorb enough damage and then be able to take the moment away from you.
He'll take 2 to give 1.
He'll take 10 to give 1. And he'll sit your ass down with that one. And then all of a sudden the round is swayed a different way. But what does it do to the psyche of a guy? Mm-hmm. What does it do to a psyche of a guy like Rob Font who will hit you with certain things and hit you with these combinations like, God damn, what do I got to do to get this guy out of here? Mm-hmm. And then get cracked and sat down. What does it do to the psyche of somebody? Mm-hmm. So we're talking about a guy who's fighting at 125, a smaller, did a champion at 125, and a big 135er. Mm-hmm. Chito Vera is a big 135er, man.
Yeah.
I feel like Chito's going to be able to wear on this damage and be able to win the moments of this fight and take the emotion or I wouldn't say emotion, but take the, what would the word be? What am I looking for here? Just when if you're Deiveson and you're cracking this guy, the confidence out of him. Like, what the fuck do I got to do to get this guy out of here, man? So I got Chito, man.
Do you think Deiveson will, maybe steal a page out of Corey's playbook when he fought Chito or do what he did to Cody and maybe just go for takedowns and try to, like, keep Chito off his feet?
Sure, but Chito's got a good ground game.
Yeah.
He actually does have a very good ground game. Is it smart to do that? Slow the fight down? Sure. Yeah, of course. Davidson's shown he can grapple. He's got the right routes. But again,
we'll be smart because you only got 15 minutes. So every chunk of time you can steal is gonna matter in that fight.
But that could be a good way to game plan if you're Deiveson.
Yeah.
I know that Chito likes to win the last minute of the round. I'm gonna outpoint him, out volume the first 3.5, 4 minutes, and then I'm gonna fit in on him because I'm not gonna get dropped by this guy.
Yeah.
I know he's catching his reads the first 4 or 5 minutes,
and he's coming back.
Yeah.
So you gotta be ready.
So, yeah, I think it's an interesting fight. I think size will play a part in this fight. I lean towards Chito, and I lean towards his toughness. And I lean towards the fact that like he's willing to give damn near half the round away and then find one big shot to sit you on your ass and then steal the round.
You think he stops him, or you think he goes the distance in a fight like this?
I think it probably goes the distance. I think these are both very tough, durable guys.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's gonna be hard to put either one away.
Yeah.
But if there is a stoppage, I would lean towards Chito getting a stoppage.
Really?
I would.
It's like with a knee or something big.
Yeah.
Do you have a pick or lean any one way? Or?
I would have to go Chito just because size is not a factor.
Yeah.
They're gonna engage constantly. Chito, I mean, the way that Deiveson engages is he tries to create moments too, and Chito will be there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of lean Chito too, so maybe everybody's pick's wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's going to be a very, very fun, interesting fight. Main event, Corey and Umar. Props to Corey for taking this fight because he don't have to take, this is a tough fight, I think, for him. And he's right there for a title shot. And I think Umar's top 10 or just outside the top 10. Kai, to you, any thoughts on this fight? Kind of break it down stylistically.
Yeah, I love Corey Sandhagen as somebody that we watch constantly. I mean, I watch him and Peter Yan's fight like over and over and over. But I think it's an interesting fight because the wrestler that aura that you're facing, that everybody tries to question when you have like a Sandhagen, is a little bit different in this fight because his fit-ins, his entries to the takedown is not like your Dagestani wrestler. He has a little bit Taekwondo kind of stance to him. So he's moving his feet. Mm-hmm. Corey Sandhagen is moving. Mm-hmm. So to get to his legs, to get him on the fence is more than half the battle. And if you're moving too, and not just walking forward, and it'll be hard, especially when Corey Sandhagen's giving you different stance. Your fit in, your head position is gonna be different constantly. Constantly. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. It's just and then you're battling time, like how when do I get this guy down? So
it could be frustrating.
Yeah,
it could be frustrating. And if you go back and watch the way he set that flying knee up against Frankie Edgar, like what Kai was saying, he was moving his lead leg in different directions, and he set it up beautifully. It's almost like a little half moon. Came one way, drove back the other way, and caught Frankie coming in on that entrance. But Corey Sandhagen is one of the best people to watch in today's MMA if you want to try to understand stance switches in motion, right? He does it for a purpose. He does it for a reason. He doesn't force stance switches. A lot of guys you see switch stances because they think they need to or they need to do it. He understands the reasons why he's doing it. Yeah. Right? He throws his right hand. He's not going to switch stance because he wants to. He throws his right hands and you drift away from the power and allows him to flow into a different stance. That's the things that I think people need to understand is like it's not mandatory for you to have to switch, but he does it well moving forward. He does it equally as well moving backwards. Yeah. Those were some of the best traps that you can set for a guy. It'll be interesting to me from a coaching standpoint because Trevor Whitman is now Corey Sandhagen's head coach in this fight.
Is he?
Yes.
So wait, wasn't Corey at like with Cody and those guys?
Elevation.
Is that what it is? Yeah. Elevation. So he's with Whitman now.
He's with Whitman. I believe his former coach has some issues going on.
Okay.
From what I heard, that we won't bring up, but I know that he's been over there. He's got Banks. What's his first name? Carrington. Drawing a blank. Carrington Banks. He's been with him for a long time.
Right.
Great wrestler, great coach. Those guys have a good dynamic. And I don't know if this is going to help him to have Trevor or hurt him because Trevor's style is very different than what Corey Sandhagen's is. But I think Trevor is such an elite coach that he's not going to try to change much of who Corey Sandhagen is, but only add to what he already does very well. So I'm interested in seeing the coaching matchup and bringing a mastermind like Trevor Whitman in, probably getting him to sit down a little bit more on his punches, maybe to add a little bit more power to his punches, and then maybe give him some just different little tricks and fight IQ things. So I'm interested in seeing that matchup. Umar,
especially how soon does Umar want to attempt takedowns?
Engage,
and how bad does he feel that he needs to get a takedown? That's going to be because he's gonna have to. It's gonna come a time where he might feel like he needs to
shoot.
Yeah, shoot.
Yeah.
And Umar, I think, needs to get a little bit more credit on being an elite striker.
Mm-hmm.
You know who sings his praises is Manel. Manel's like, dude, Umar is a dynamic elite striker. If Manel's telling you this,
mm-hmm.
it means something.
Mm-hmm.
But we see him hit that backside over on a guy, backside knee to the same side hook and drop. I mean, he's got elite striking as well.
Honey Barcelos.
Yeah, I don't think he could be counted out on the striking department. I think if you look at a power edge, it's going to be Umar with the power. And, we've seen Sandhagen get taken down, right? But his grappling has gotten a lot better over the years as well. I think this is a pretty even matchup, to be honest with you.
Umar minus 250. Corey plus 205.
And Umar's had a tough fight his last outing.
Yeah. And this is on the UFC website. I'm not sure what DraftKings is, Vic, if you have it. Umar minus 250.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Value-wise,
Corey.
You got to take Corey.
Yeah.
What's this though? Corey is plus 250, and Umar minus 310 on DraftKings.
Give
so it's
me
gone
Corey
up.
Sandhagen, dude.
Yeah.
Listen, okay.
Value-wise, you're
Value-wise,
right. Like, that's crazy.
In Vegas, you're betting on you have a guy like Corey Sandhagen who's proven time and time again that he can win at the highest level, elite level talent. You're looking at a line, you go, I'm going to take the value on that every time.
Right.
Would you be surprised?
No.
Sunday morning to read Corey Sandhagen won that fight?
No.
Not at all.
Not at all. Not at all.
Not at all. Is it a two? If you tell me the line, Umar is favored minus 150.
Yeah. That would
double that?
Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah. Crazy.
Get out.
Yeah, I like, I don't know if you guys, I think you guys both kind of like Corey in this fight. I like Corey in this fight. I think he's going to win the fight.
We got some dog picks today.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Plus 250.
Parlay that Chito to Corey.
Yeah.
Let me know. Let me know.
Plus 250 is crazy. Trevor Whitman, another one of those coaches, to our earlier point, I think delivers information really well.
Very well.
While also being funny and knowing his fighter.
The attention
similar
of his fighter.
to you. Yeah, I think so.